Welcome, welcome everyone. Glad you're able to join us. We'll be getting started here shortly. Thanks for tuning in on time. Now, on behalf of Partner Driven, my name is Roland and I am the Director of Enrollment. But for today's session, I have the pleasure of being your host and your MC. Now, before we begin, a few housekeeping items. Number one, please turn on your camera if you haven't done so already. And also, please mute your line. We want to do our best to serve you and to maximize really the limited time that we have here together. So please do that as you're coming on. And lastly, get familiar with the chat feature. That is how we're going to communicate throughout. In fact, do me a favor and let me know, type in, which state you're coming in from, and I'll do my best to read them off quickly here as I see them coming in. There there you go, slowly coming in here. We've got Florida in the house, Michigan, Kansas, South Carolina, Tennessee, Illinois, another Texas, Michigan, Georgia, nice, nice, Florida, Mississippi, California, New Mexico. Love it. Love it. Glad that you guys are all familiar with that. Again, that is how we're going to communicate throughout. So please continue to do so. Again, to quickly get through as much information as possible, we ask you again to mute your lines, have your cameras on. I do see some people here still jumping on. I'll give them about maybe 10, 15 seconds before we get started. As we're all patiently waiting, I'll go ahead and get the slide deck up here, up and running. All right. Now, again, on behalf of Partner Driven, we appreciate you taking the time to be with us here today. Really, I'd like to, start off by sharing a quick snapshot of who we are. Partner Driven is the only real estate program in the nation that partners with you on deals. With over 3,600 flips completed, our founders, Peter and Julie, and our coaching team, we provide 100% of the capital, the rehab, and all the resources you need to guide you step by step from finding and negotiating off-market properties to closing, all the way to profiting it to the closing table. We work with you on every deal. So that way you learn, that way you earn, and of course, grow without risking your own money or your credit. Now, at Partner Driven, we believe that real estate investing wasn't meant to be a solo sport. In fact, it almost always requires a team because successful deals, it involves multiple specialized skills that one person typically can't efficiently do alone. Matter of fact, the best investors, they really focus on the main thing, which is finding deals, making the right decisions, while experts like the team that we've assembled here handle the technical work. Speaking of experts, I do want to take a moment and introduce to you our founders, Peter and Julie. Now, Peter and Julie, they're on a mission to make real estate investing accessible to everyone. Peter's passion is breaking down the barriers that hold many people back from becoming investors by partnering on the deals themselves and providing 100% of the capital, as I mentioned, the expertise, and as I mentioned, the world-class team that he's assembled here. Julie, who began as one of Peter's students back in 2016, has since profited over 5 million flipping and wholesaling homes. Now, together, they've helped hundreds of people just like yourself close real deals through hands-on guidance, proven strategies, and of course, a true partnership, truly empowering others to build lasting success in real estate. Now, if you look at real estate investing, man, at some point you may have asked, there's got to be a better or smarter way to do it. And I can't think of anyone better than our founder, Peter, who's kind of put all this together. Someone who spent decades and decades in real estate, really has been, again, involved in 1,000 transactions across the country. Now, Peter has one focus, and that's showing people exactly how to do deals, not just talk about them. And that's what makes Peter different. He doesn't just teach theory, he talks about real deals, real opportunities, and what it actually looks like to succeed in today's business. So get ready, get excited, and if you haven't done so, I would highly recommend you get a notebook, take some notes. I do have our visionary principal founder Peter here on the line joining me here. Pete, welcome to the call. Thanks for being here. The floor is all yours, my friend.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys, for joining me. My name is Peter Vekselman. I am a real estate investor, not a professional speaker. I'm not one of those gurus, but I'm pretty darn good at what I do, and that is do real estate deals. I've done about 4,000 of them, a little bit over that at this point. The unique thing about what I do and why, and what I'm really known for is how I do my deals. 100% of all of my deals are with individuals, partners, just like yourselves across the United States. And so, what I want to do today is I want to lay out in the most systematic way I possibly can what it truly means to be my partner, to do deals with me. I will tell you right up front, I'm not for everybody. This is not the only way to become successful in real estate. And so, what I want to do is I want to just share with you the kind of I want to introduce you to some people today, so you'll get a vision of my partners, who they are, what they look like, where they're located. You're going to see they're all over the place, literally. I want to share with you the actual deals that we're currently involved in or just got out of. So you'll get a vision of the kind of deals that I do. And I want to, share with you the basic outline of why have I been able to accomplish what I've been able to accomplish. There's a couple things I'm really proud about. The most important statistic that I'm proud about is that I have more partners doing more deals than ever before. We've done deals in all 50 states, doing deals in all the major cities that every single one of us has heard of, many of us have been to, in almost every single second tier city across the United States. And what you're going to also see tonight is we're doing deals in cities and towns across the United States that you have never even heard about and definitely never been to. I want to dispel some rumors in terms of rumors about this industry. One thing that, not even a rumor, but a statistic. And it's a statistic that so many people know about, but we kind of hush hush about it. This industry has an abysmal success rate, under 1%. And so, I wonder a lot of times, and I'm sure so do you, like, why would you be in an industry that has such an abysmal success rate? Why are so many people part of that success rate? What makes this such a tough industry? And that's the second thing that I want to share with you today is that my mission, has expanded beyond just helping people like yourselves to do deals. I'm literally flipping this whole industry upside down. Um, I'll give you three phases of kind of where we were, how we got here, and where we're moving this whole thing to give you an idea of why so many people are doing deals with me, becoming successful, and also what the vision is, the couple of phases we're involved in right now of moving this everything here forward. Number one, I realized many, many years ago when I started partnering with people that the only way that I could have as many people as I do, all the states, all the major cities, second, third tier cities, to ever get it to the point that I've gotten it to, the only way this would work is that we had to take the burden of doing the deals for my partners to a very high level. And what I mean by that is now we do about 90 to 95% of the deal. We execute that. Obviously put up the money, but you guys are going to see today I do a lot more. We have the ability to deploy our construction teams across the United States, provide tremendous amount of expertise and support, set up marketing systems for my partners, have the infrastructure to drop prices 20, 30, 40, 50% on deals, have a back end infrastructure in place to get rid of these deals. So about 90 to 95% of the deal when you're partnering with me, it is my team's responsibility to get done. We ask you to help us with the 5%. When I say help, we don't even make you do that whole 5%, but we ask you to help us find deals. And I'm going to lay out a plan of how we do that today also. But there's two more phases I want to share with you of how literally I believe I'm really transforming this industry and how I feel very confidently in the next couple of years what I'm doing with my partners now will be the only way to do real estate. It's kind of like, okay, you want to have a 65% chance of becoming successful, you got to do it this way. You want to have less than 1% of chance of becoming successful, try to do this by yourself because really that's the statistics that we're at right now. And so here's how I'm accomplishing the second two phases right now. Number one, I'm adding we're about 9 or 10 exit strategies right now with my partners. What that means is there's about 9 or 10 things we could do with every deal. That's huge. Most investors are one dimensional. They're like fix and flip, they're wholesale people, creative options, maybe leased options, stuff like that. We're at about 9 or 10, which means I have the biggest buy box that you've ever been exposed to when it comes to doing deals, which brings the ease of the ability to do deals way down. Right now, we do fix and flips, wholesale, hotel, pre-marketing, pre-listing, owner finance, subject to, lease options, all of that. And when you have all of that available, your ability to get a deal done goes from like really, really small percent to huge percent. Second thing I'm doing right now, and like I said, we're at about 9, 10 strategies right now. We're going to get this thing to about 20 strategies very soon. And when it gets to that point, I fully predict that you're going to be able to sit in front of 90% of the people who are selling something. Doesn't matter where they're located, motivated, unmotivated, small deal, large deal, needs work, doesn't need work. None of that stuff's going to matter. Literally, 9 out of 10 people you sit in front of, you'll be able to help out and make money in the process. And the second way I'm flipping this whole industry upside down right now is that I've always been a believer that you do not have to chase deals. Every single investor, and if you're involved in this business, you know what I'm talking about. You have to find deals. That is one of the hardest things to do in this space. That in of itself is what prevents so many people from ever becoming successful. And so I've always believed that in the space, you do not need to chase deals. You could actually set up infrastructure systems, technology, marketing apparatuses to have deals coming to you. And that's what I'm in the process of doing right now also. So when you partner with me, instead of you reaching out to go after deals, deals will actually come to you. And so that's where you find the infrastructure. That's where you find the phase of kind of life my partnership is in. And so let's go ahead and let's get started. I know you're here today because you want to know how you can make money in real estate, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do. But I'm going to show you how to do this in a very unique way. I'm going to show you how to make money in real estate without risking your savings and literally with taking no risk of your own. Now, I know that sounds too good to be true, but stick around. Number one, I'm going to explain to you how I do all this very black and white process. And then I'm also going to explain why I do all this. As I've already promised, I'm going to show you some deals along the way. But before we get to all of that, let's talk about specifically you and why you are here. And by the way, this is the only thing I'm going to ask you today. If you don't mind, I'm going to throw some questions up here, several questions, just because I truly do want to get to know you. So I'm going to throw some questions up here. If you don't mind participating and right inside chat, the bottom of your Zoom screen, give me your answers. Okay? So, number one, I'd love to know how many of you all already find yourself in this business. And I call you real estate professionals. You may be an investor, you may be a wholesaler, you may be a realtor, you may be a mortgage person, a money person, a title person, maybe a closing attorney, whatever. But if you already find yourself to be in this space, the real estate space, and you already have some kind of a track record of success, I'd love to hear from you guys inside chat.
Hey, Pete, they're slowly coming in on here. We got some folks saying yes, wholesaler, trying to be brand new agent, doing it now, a realtor, used to fix and flip until COVID happened, architect, builder, lender, developer, a land flipper, bunch of real estate agents, and of course, Pete, a lot of folks who are brand new.
I love it. I love it. Now, and by the way, the young man that was kind enough to introduce me and is going to be basically emceeing us here tonight, his name is Roland. Roland's been with me for years on end, not only a super friend, but a lot of you guys will get to know Roland not through just tonight, but as you go through the process, for those of you that decide to ultimately becoming one of my partners. And so, Roland, this is what I heard. I heard realtors, wholesalers, some of you guys are investors. So let me ask you a question. If you had an unlimited amount of money that you can access, is it safe to say for those of you that are already in this space that and I'm going to show you how you could do that by partnering with me, but if I could provide as much money as you need to do as many deals as you want to do, is it safe to say that you're going to be able to do more deals? Is that a safe assumption to make? Love to hear from you in chat.
Pete, the yeses are lighting up the board. Yes, 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 100%. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Of course. Yes, yes, yes.
I love it. I love it. And one of the things I promised you is I want to introduce you. I want to not only show you the deals I'm doing, I want to introduce you to some of the partners that I'm currently working with. This is a dear friend now of mine, Seth Choate. And when I met Seth, Seth definitely had the work spirit. And what he did not have is access to capital or access to money. Since Seth has started with me, we've now done over 200 deals. Now, couple interesting things about Seth. About 80% of the deals that Seth and I did were on the West Coast. And the reason I bring that up is California is one of those areas that so many people, especially that live there, many times will say, you can't do it in California. You can't do it. And I hear it all the time. People say, well, you can't do it where I live. It's too many people. There's not enough, too urban, too rural, too saturated, no activity here. And I can tell you, those are just not factual statements when it comes to this space. So we did about 180 deals out in California throughout that region. And then he and his wife and three of their kids moved to a little bit south of Nashville. They wanted to always live there, got themselves their dream home. Another interesting thing about Seth and just the power, I just want to share with you a little bit about the power of this business. One of their goals was that when they started in this business, they wanted to be able to travel ultimately, not just retire from their jobs. By the way, Seth was a school teacher when he started with me. His wife was in a corporate, and they were able to pull her out of that, and obviously him out of being a teacher fairly quickly in this business. But their dream and goal was to travel once or twice, 1 or 2 weeks out of the month, and they were able to achieve that. And I still remember one of these trips where they a lot of times texted me pictures where they were traveling to. And one of these trips, they texted me a picture. It was out of a plane, just through a window of a plane, and nothing unusual. And then he texted me 10 minutes later, almost the exact same picture. And I still remember like it was today. I texted him back on my phone. I was like, dude, I get it. You guys are again on one of your trips. And he said, Pete, but you're missing the point. We got this. This is our plane. And so retiring, buying stuff like an airplane, living in homes you want to live in. These are the things that are possible in this space, and I want to showcase some of those things for you guys also. Now, I also want to show you kind of a whole spectrum of partners with me. Seth, even though we've done over 200 deals together, has never really understood rehabs, never focused on that with us. We pretty much handled that all for him. Preston, a great friend of mine now, actually, Preston was just here recently visiting me here in Atlanta. But when I started with Preston, unlike Seth, who was brand new, didn't know really too much anything about to do with real estate, Preston had already done about over 100 deals when he started with me. And so people sometimes ask, well, I could see why somebody brand new would start with you, but why would somebody that's done over 100, when you're doing over 100 deals in real estate, you're in that elite class. There's very, very few people that ever get to those levels. And so the reason so many of my partners are like Preston, when they hear about what's possible with me, and the reason someone like a Preston would start with me is that what people a lot of times don't realize is that real estate is somewhat of a limiting business. It limits you financially, like how much money you have or how much money you could borrow or your capability. It limits you geographically. What's the span of your reach of where you could do deals? Infrastructurally, like how many deals can you do at a time? How solid is your 18 crews to do that? So reason so many of my partners are like Preston, who have tremendous amount of experience before to even start with me, is that I break those barriers down. And number one, you could do deals anywhere with me in the United States. You're going to meet some partners tonight that have never even done a deal where they live. And so I have infrastructure literally all across the United States. I don't cap you financially. Preston and I have about, I think, 11 deals going on right now. So I never limit you on where you could do your deals, how many you could do financially, and then I also never limit you from an infrastructure. And so what I was able to do for Preston also specifically was let him expand beyond his own borders. The other big difference between Seth and Preston is that Seth, like I said, never ever really was focused on the rehab side, meaning our team always handled that for him. Preston has done 100% of all the rehabs on all the deals we've done. He owned his own construction company, and that's the other thing I want to point out to you. For those of you that have skill sets in this business, could be a rehab skill set, construction. You may have a real estate license. You're able to utilize those. And so you'll be able to make money on that side, like Preston makes money on the rehabs he does. Plus, he makes 50% of the profit, which is very powerful. Now, some of you guys are here. See how many of you all this resonates with. Some of you guys are here because um, you're about ready to retire, or at least retirement is in sight. It may not be today or tomorrow in the next months, but it may be in the next year or two. But you're already realizing that because for some people it's actually an if you'll even be able to retire, but if and when you retire, you already realize that the track you're on right now is not going to get you what you want at retirement. So I'd love to hear if there's any of you all who are just in that position that retirement is in sight, but you already know that to retire to the level you want to retire, you got to do something different and you got to do it quick. I'd love to hear if there's anyone like that on this call.
Absolutely, Pete. We've got folks here saying yes, some who are already retired, some folks about 1 year out,
Mm.
retired, need to do some things. Folks who are really 5 years out, 2 years out, Pete. A lot of folks who are using real estate truly as a vehicle to help bridge that gap.
I like it. I like it. Well, as it relates to retirement and being in that position we just talked about, I'd like to introduce you to another set of my partners, Ron and Karen Rowan. They were from Indiana originally when they started with me, and they were at that position. They were just a couple of years from retirement. It was in sight. They had worked extremely hard their whole lives. That true grit, that true do whatever it takes for, a third party, a company. And so when they started with me, I had the same discussion with them as I do with so many of my partners. I was like, "Well, what's the goal? What's the vision?"
Hello.
And they, very
Hello.
specifically pointed that the goal and the vision was retirement for them. It was just a couple years away, and they had some very specific goals. They did not want to retire up north in Indiana. They didn't want to retire in a snow belt. They wanted to retire in a sun belt, specifically in Florida. They wanted to be by the water, the ocean to be specific. They wanted to own their own land, and they wanted to have an RV on there. And that was it. That was our mission. We had a couple years to get them from there down south, by the water, own land, and an RV. And we just crushed it. We hit the ground running. First couple deals, as you could see here, $83,000 of profit, $63,000 of profit, 68,000, 67. By the way, all of our deals in the beginning, because where they were still up in Indiana, where all of our deals were up there. And just, $160,000 of profit, first four deals, fast timing and all this. And, they started achieving those goals. And as they started achieving those goals, they started making that trek from Indiana to Florida And on the way from Indiana to Florida, they would actually pass by we had got a house on the lake, on the water, and just gorgeous place on Lake Lanier in Georgia here. It's 690 miles of shoreline, just incredible place. You can jump in our boat and in within 20 minutes be at like 4 or 5 eating establishments, just phenomenal. And so they were hanging out with us one of these weekends, and I still remember sitting in the back of the house on just overlooking this incredible water in front of us with the moon shining on the water. If you've ever been in those positions or in those sceneries, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We had a fire going. And I remember I asked Ron, I said, well, Ron, obviously we're crushing it. Things are going great. You guys are achieving your goals. Got the Florida going on, all this place. I said, well, what has changed? And he said, there's only really one thing that has changed. And is that, the vision was no longer what they were, it was no longer an RV on that land, which they had gotten at that point, but now was actually a mini mansion. And if you think about it, you take a couple like these guys, work their whole lives, decades, and the goal was an RV. And there's nothing wrong with an RV, but just several months in this business, you go from okay, I want an RV to retire in to I want a mini mansion. And again, that's just the power of aligning yourself with the right individuals, and B, being in the right business that has the ability to do that. Now, some of you guys, now this is my favorite part. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to kind of telegraph. But some of you guys are here, and this is how I describe you. You have exactly what we just talked about. You have your vision in front of you. You have that. You had your dreams. You got your goals. If I was talking to you right now, you could clearly articulate them to me. It could be retirement. It could be trivial stuff. It could be significant stuff. It could be lifestyle focused, financially focused, and you're there and you see it. But and see if you could relate to this, between you and these dreams and goals of yours, there is a wall. And you're kind of at the point in your life where you have been trying to get through that wall to get those things you want. You've tried to climb over the wall and you just haven't been able to scale it. You've tried to go around the wall and haven't been able to accomplish that either. And you're really at the point of this light in your life right now where if you got a legitimate chance, you're ready to go through that wall. And this is the position I found myself in many years ago when I started in this business. And so what I call you is you're the ultimate hustler. You got the dreams, you got the goals, you got a wall. And if there's a legitimate opportunity to get to those dreams and goals, you're going to go through that wall. So for those of you that find yourself in that position, again, I classify you in the same position I classify myself. You are the hustler. Any hustlers on this in this meeting tonight? I'd love to hear from you inside chat.
Yeah, Pete, absolutely. We got folks who are saying, yes, I'm present. I am that guy right here. Yes, the wall keeps growing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, yes, definitely. Absolutely. Pete, you are in a room of like-minded individuals.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Well, let me introduce you to one of my favorite hustlers who's also a partner. His name is Jamari Spurl. And when I met Jamari some years back now, he actually had just come to one of my events. He was just hanging out in the lobby, wasn't even in a position to get inside the event. And one thing led to another. We were introduced. I was talking to him, and really after a 5 minute conversation with Jamari, I was like, dude, you're a hustler, aren't you? He didn't have too many things that he's got now, but I could tell. It just took me a couple minutes to realize he had the hustle in him, just literally from day one. And we've done well over 17 deals now together. And just an incredible, incredible individual. And he just exemplified the hustle. Do whatever it takes, go through whatever wall you got to go through to achieve your dreams and goals. But I'll tell you the other reason I want to share Jamari's story with you tonight is that I have a philosophy here for those people that partner with me, that when you start with me, it's all about, we want you to take, 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 take. I want you to take as much as you possibly can. Take it, take it, take it, because in the beginning, it's like lifting off a rocket. What do they say? 80 to 90% of all the energy is used in the liftoff. Well, it's the same thing whether you're brand new in this business or you're just transitioning to be a partner of mine, you got to take, because we want to get you results as quickly as possible. But once you start achieving success, the mission here then at that point is for you to turn around, look behind you, and grab the next person behind you and help them out. And so the reason I wanted to share Jamari's story with you tonight is Jamari is one of those partners that has really taken that to heart. Matter of fact, if you talk to a lot of my other partners, although I think they will look at me and the team I bring to the table and the infrastructure and the community as all part of being instrumental in their success. Many of them will specifically name Jamari and an individual that has helped them become extraordinarily successful in this business. And so the whole point being there is that when you're partnering with me, you get me and, like I said, the community, the infrastructure, my incredible team that I'm going to introduce you to here in just a minute. But you also get all of my partners, everybody on the same mission, and that is to help the individuals that are getting started with me. So here, partner driven, we put our money where our mouth is. Now, you're here on this call now, so you can experience what the partner driven community is all about. And along the way, I want to make sure that I answer all of the questions that you possibly can have. Now, I am going to ask you a few questions, as I already have. But I truly do want to get to know you better. But the first thing I want to share with you is what was my big vision in this business? Like, why did I do this business? And I'll tell you, I'm not going to lie. It's nice to have multiple places to live. It's nice to live in the water, nice to have a boat and have nice cars and the toys of life. But I'll also be just as honest with you that if they all disappear tomorrow, it'll be fine. Like, it'll be good. That's not why I built this business. Those came as a byproduct of 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 this business. But the reason I built this business is I got 5 kids. And I know what some of you guys are thinking, right? Like, how can a 12-year-old have 5 kids? No, but the funny thing is, I used to make fun of people with 5 kids, right? Now I am people with 5 kids, and now I promote it. But what's really unusual about my 5 kids is their ages. My oldest is 27. My youngest one um, just um, just turned 3 a little bit ago. And my vision and my mission is always to be a participating father. And I was able to do that for my 3 20-year-old somethings. Obviously the 2 younger ones are still with us here at home, and I expect to do the same thing with them. But I was always there
That's
because of this
crazy because
business. I was always there as a participating father. I was at all the stuff that my oldest experienced. I was at all the practices, I was at the games. I was at the schools, I was at the conferences, I was at the performances, I was at the trips, and I was I, the highs that they experienced as kids that they probably don't even remember are now the highlights of my life. But I was also there at the low points, and for those of you that have kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's some low points in every kid's lives. And sometimes the low points are such that you can't even do anything as a parent to help them other than be there. And not only was I there for my 3 oldest ones at the highest points in their lives, I was also there as a participating father at the lowest points. And so when people ask me, well, why did you do it and why are you still in the game? And I could squarely point right back at the 5 kids, and I can't wait to do it all over again with my two youngest ones. So now I'd love to hear the exact same from you guys. What is your why? What is important to you? I found most people's whys fall and I love to hear from you in the chat right now. Most people's whys fall into one of two categories. It's a financial category, or it's a lifestyle category. And so I would love to hear specifically, what is your guys' personal why?
Yeah, Pete, they're slowly coming in here. We've got family, generational wealth, lifestyle, generational wealth, rebuilding, financial freedom,
Hmm.
lifestyle, family and dreams, generational wealth, financial security, a nicer retirement, breaking generational curses, financially free from my family, make my family proud.
I love it. I love it. I can relate to so many of that. Um, let's talk about specifically about your real estate journey. I'd love to hear where you guys are in your real estate journey. Are you at the very forefront? You know, you may have gone through a little bit training, a little bit education, a little bit YouTube learning, maybe some guru stuff. Some of you guys maybe have a deal or two behind you, kind of again at that initial stages. Some of you guys have a lot more experience. I know that. Some of you guys may have multitude of deals to, but I'd love to kind of get a spectrum of where you all are as it relates to your personal real estate journey right now.
Pete, we got folks here who are beginners, some who flipped in the past, YouTube, university, never had a deal, newbie, couple decades experience here, beginner, brand new, flipped in the past, brand new, ready to recover. Uh, some folks who know nothing at all, eager to learn, two deals, beginner, rehab for investors. Pete, we got folks here from all walks of life.
I love it. I love it. Exactly what I'd expect. Um, where do you want to be in your life, though? What's the ultimate goal? Whether it's both in your real estate career or overall in life, where do you guys want to be specifically in your life? If you can kind of project it outward, what's the perfect case scenario? Love to hear from you guys inside chat.
Pete, folks want to be stable. They want to fund retirement,
Mhm.
financially free, to be successful, financially comfortable, work less, earn more, financially free, own a home 5 years from now, um, provide jobs, full-time investor, full-time investor, travel, help others, Pete.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's talk about reality right now. And the reality of it is what are the biggest obstacles that are holding you back from the results you want to achieve? I mean, we all have obstacles, right? Um, what are your guys' biggest obstacle? I'd love to hear specifically that.
Pete, these answers are coming a lot quicker. Money, money, capital,
The obvious.
finances, a lack of knowledge, connections, money, finding deals, access to capital, rehabs are pricey, don't know
Hmm.
where to start,
Yep.
lack of fear of failure, Pete, lack of
Yeah.
experience, money, support.
Yeah, Roland I think this is what I'm hearing. You don't have the money to buy these deals, lack of knowledge, lack of experience, scared of making the wrong move. Rehabs are expensive. Real estate's too risky. It's reality. Failed before means you got some kind of baggage you're bringing to the table, and some people just simply don't know where to start. Roland, did I miss anything, or is this basically the stuff that you're seeing over there in chat?
Pete, you covered pretty much every single one. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. Now, bottom line is who wants to get past these obstacles right now and do more deals? So let me tell you a secret. You're not the only one with these struggles, right? It's the same 7 or 8 or 10 struggles, just got a different name and a different story. These are all the exact same thing you guys just said. These are all very common investor problems. So the reason I put together partner driven was I wanted to create something that could solve every single, not one, not two, but all of these problems that you guys are facing. And I couldn't be more confident than we could support you in your mission of doing more deals. We do this for my partners every single day. So let's talk about deals. Now that you've met some partners, I want to introduce you to some more, but I also want to share some deals. Uh, Chad Wolf and Jerry Scott, they had done over 400 deals before they even started with me. Again, they wanted to expand boundaries, they wanted to expand borders, they wanted to expand quantities, they wanted to take literally the chains of real estate, as I call them, off, and they've been amazing partners. Again, Mr. Preston Moore, a deal we did in Huntsville, Alabama for 50,000. Michael Hewitt, this is I think our second deal we did in Goodview. By the way, pay attention to some of these cities. Some of you guys that think like you live in an area where you can't do this. Goodview, Virginia, 49,000. BJ and Tracy Medlin. Um, they're in a little town of under 1,000 people in Missouri. We have done over 10 deals just in that little town, along with some other towns, but just specifically in their little town of less than 1,000 people. Over 10 deals in under a year. Glenn Antinoke, one of our first couple deals in Mulberry, Florida. I've been to Florida probably 200 times, never heard of Mulberry. $7,500. Patrick Curtis, one of our deals, Madera Beach, Florida. Michael Benz, one of our initial deals in Indianapolis, Indiana, major city, 8,500. Will Owens, Detroit, Michigan. I think I got about 5 deals going on there right now. This one we did $17,000 on. Nate Patterson, super partner, one of our initial deals in Angola, New York. Richard Granquist, Spanaway, Washington. Again, another city I've never heard of. $30,000. Another deal with Preston, Huntsville, Alabama, 24,000. Seth, who I introduced you to, 19,000. Archie, a couple really unique things about Archie. Number one, he retired off his first deal. We did over $150,000 in a little town called Manhattan, Kansas. Who's ever heard of Manhattan, Kansas? We did 100, got a deal there for 150,000, and ended up making 150,000. He retired. We've done over 15 deals. The second unusual thing about Archie is that we have never done a deal where he lives. As a matter of fact, I realized when I looked at this, I don't even know where he lives. Every single deal we've done, the way he does his marketing and implementation of my marketing systems and infrastructure, we're picking off deals literally all over the nation. Ricky Tanner, Toccoa, Georgia. I live in Georgia. I have no idea where Toccoa is. 17,000 on that flip. BJ and Tracy, again, by the way, they had two big objectives when they started with me. BJ owned the construction company. He's another partner that's done all the rehabs. We never touched any of his. So he makes his fee there plus 50% of the profit. He wanted to ultimately stop doing rehabs for others. He was able to do that. And he and Tracy, his wife, wanted to own their own lake house. And I think after our sixth or seventh deal together, they bought a lake house about 40 miles north of where they live. Rafael Ruiz, a couple months ago, we did this flip in Spring Hill, Florida, 27,000. Jason Plaskowski, we've done multiple deals in Oak Harbor, Washington, 6,900. Another one, BJ and Tracy for 48,000. Vance Hudgens, become a dear friend of mine also. Did this one not too long ago in Nashville, Tennessee, for 93,000. Well, we got a deal flip going on right now with about $160,000 of profit. Deborah Cotton, one of the first couple deals we did for 5,200. Richard Granquist, $8,100 on this flip. Another deal with Preston Moore for 3,900. Scott Thompson, this was actually the very first deal I did with Scotty and his son in Fredonia, New York, another place I've never heard of. Richard Granquist, another deal with him for 43,000. Corey did this one fairly recently, 40,000. Another one with Preston for 25,000. Look, we can keep going and going, and I could show you all the deals that I'm doing with my partners. But strictly for the sake of time, if you don't mind, let's go ahead and let's move forward. What I want to do is I want to take a little detour, about 3 minutes, and I want to show you the comparison of what it means to do a deal with me as a partner or do a deal by yourself. And let's just line up both financially the difference and infrastructurally the difference. So let's use a real life deal. This is a deal I did with BJ and Tracy, who you just saw a couple of minutes ago. We did it in Crocker, Missouri, town of under 1,000 people, a very rural town. We got this deal, this house for $74,900. Needed about $40,000 in repairs, and it was ultimately worth $190,000. This is a very basic formula that a lot of people that do fix and flips use. We don't even use this formula ourselves. We have a much bigger buy box than this, but just it's a good one to use to get an idea. Basically, this, a lot of investors want to make about a 30% margin. on their deals. So how you figure that out is you take what the property is ultimately worth, multiply times zero point 0.7 to get your 30%. Then you subtract your repairs out, and when you go through that formula, that shows you what is the most you could pay for this house to accomplish your goals, and that's on this house would have been $93,000. Remember, we got it negotiated all the way down to $74,900, which means in the end, this was a darn good, screaming good deal. Okay. Now, let's make this comparison. If you do this deal alone with your own money, your own credit, and your own experience, this is how it looks like. By the way, look at the left side. This is when you're doing this by yourself. And I'm not even going to show you what it looks like if you've never done a deal because you would probably log off tonight because you'd be like, why am I even in this business? So let's pretend you already have profitable 5 deals behind you. This is what the financial side looks like. In this business, if you want to borrow money, you go to a special segment of lending. It's called hard money lending. Remember, you're buying a house for 75,000. It needs about 40,000 worth of work. You need about $115,000 to do this deal. This is what it costs you. Now, this is where this business gets. This is when you start really understanding why this is such an awful success rate. You're buying just a $75,000 home. You need about 4,000 to closing to cover the points you're gonna have to pay. You need to have in the bank about 6 months worth of payments, another $8,400. You're gonna have to pay all the incidentals yourself, like insurance, gas, water, electricity. And in this industry, they don't actually front you the rehab money. You got to use your own money first. You got to fix it first. You got to prove to the money people that you did all the work, you paid for it, everybody got paid, and then they reimburse you. So look at the very bottom of the screen on the left side. You're buying a $75,000 house. You want to borrow $75,000. How much money do you need to borrow $75,000? You need about $75,000 in the bank to do this deal yourself. Is that crazy? To borrow 75, you got to have 75. This is why most lenders in this business actually make more than the people that they're giving that money to. If you're going to do the exact same deal with myself and my team, no experience necessarily. I'm gonna fund the whole project. I'm gonna fund all the incidentals. I'm gonna fund all the money down the closing. I'm gonna fund 100% of the rehab. And with me, I'm not gonna put any limits on you. You could do unlimited amount of deals with my money. But wait, there's more. It's not just the financial side, it's also the infrastructural side, right? Now, how does that compare? If you're doing this by yourself, you better understand margins. You better understand how to negotiate deals. You better understand which contracts to use, how to take your deals through inspections, how to hire the right attorneys, how to clear titles. Um, you got to know how to manage construction people, how to hire them, how to navigate through materials, how to find good realtors in the back end, how to find good real estate closing attorneys in the back end. Bottom line is this: you're going to do this yourself infrastructurally. You're going to have to do all the work yourself, and you're going to have to take on all the risk. You do the exact same deal with my team, no experience necessary. We're going to take it through the negotiation process. We're going to show you how to do the margins. We're going to provide the contracts for you, take it through inspections, due diligence. We got our own attorneys across the United States. We have our own rehab teams in every part of the United States. We know how to sell these things if they need to be sold off on the back end. Again, attorneys, bottom line is you do the exact same deal. We do the work and we take 100% of the risk. Now, I want to show you exactly how it works to partner with me on deals. Remember, I and my team, we're providing all of the money. We're providing the team to execute the deal and the expertise to do the deals with you. And then on the back end, we just simply split the profits down the middle, 50-50. And then it's simply wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, and repeat. We do this because we need local boots on the ground in local markets. We need people to help us find deals as the bottom line across the country. You find the property, you get it under contract, we put up all the money and we execute the deal. Together, we are literally a dream team. When you make money, we make money. The goal is very simple. We want to be successful together. You'll never have to worry about where the money comes from. You'll never have to worry about risking your credit on a deal. You never have to worry about making bad moves on any deal. And you never have to worry about navigating the waters alone. Now, Roland, I got to hear. I mean, hopefully I haven't put these guys to sleep. What I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, does this sound good to you?
Pete, everyone is loving it. Yes, yes, yes. Sounds too good to be true. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes.
I love it. I love it. Now, if you guys don't mind, I'd like to show you the process so you can see how we do all of these deals together. Now, basically, what I have is a simple three-phase roadmap. It's our guide to doing deals and solving all of those problems, all those obstacles that we talked about before. So, the success starts with our roadmap to deals. My partners are using this proven method literally every single day. Phase one is access to the system. I'm going to go over that. Phase two is finding the deal and submitting it to us. Phase three, put up all the money, we execute the deal, and then we simply split the profits on the back end. So phase one is access to our system. The system is very simple. It is my infrastructure to show you how to find deals. If you're brand new, I do not expect you to know how to find good deals. As a matter of fact, not only do I not expect you to find good deals, you don't know how to find good deals. And I could tell you, if you're not brand new, you don't know how to find the level of good deals that I and my team know how to find. And that's what my system and my infrastructure is all about. What does it consist of? Number one, live training. Okay, some organizations train once a month, some train maybe a couple times a month, maybe once a week. We're doing deals. So none of that stuff exists with me. With me, we're training every day. Most of the days, we're training multiple times a day. Today, we taught 3 times in a live environment. Partner-driven university. Partner-driven university is all of my knowledge, all of my team knowledge collectively in a recorded fashion that you can get access to 24/7. So you could also learn and expedite your learning as quickly as you can and as quickly as you want. My private community. This is where all my partners congregate. I have a whole community of partners that are very organized. It exists in a technological platform called Circle. And immediately when somebody starts with me, you get access to all of that, all of my partners. We also a couple times a year all get together in a live environment atmosphere. Live training calls, very important, multiple times a day. Yes, and I get involved in those myself. Plus, and I have an incredible team of people that are actively doing deals, have done deals. And so my infrastructure is real life investors that have now become part of my team. Most of them have been with me years and years and years, and they're imparting knowledge on you on a daily basis through daily live training calls and live training sessions. Phase number two, now that you understand how to find the deals, now it's time to submit your deals. What does that look like? We're implementing marketing systems and technology for you. Okay. You're not only finding deals for us, but we show you how to do it. Remember, right? We're putting together the systems, the infrastructure, technology. We actually pick a 1 or 2 specific marketing strategies for you. Remember, as I shared with you, the key to what I do is I want to have these deals coming to you, coming to you, coming to you, coming to you, coming to you. That is how we lay everything out. You're implementing the market strategy. What really the marketing strategy does is it connects you with real life sellers on a daily basis. It creates deals. We qualify the deal. You go to your dashboard, a couple clicks, request a contract. We help you do the right type of a price negotiation, price drop to get it where it needs to be. Get the contract signed. We take it through inspection, due diligence, and then boom, deal approved. We green light the deal. By the way, a question gets asked all the time is, do I myself get involved in deals? Every single deal, I drive that deal forward. As soon as your deal comes in, usually within the first hour or so, I personally jump on it every day. at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. I get together with my team and we go over every single deal, every single project we're working on, and discuss what we have to do to drive your deal forward. Bottom line is yes, I personally get involved and drive your specific deals forward on a daily basis. Phase three, put up the money, execute the deal, and split the profits. We buy the property, put up all the money, execute the deal. Remember, we have upwards of 10 different exit strategies that we utilize with our partners. We pick out the right strategy. On the back end, we identify the buyer, if that's how we're going to take this deal out. Get to the property, to the closing table. We do transparent accounting for you, my partners, on the day we close. And that very same day, you also get paid. Just want to introduce you to, just so you get a feel of who my team members are. Miss Mary's been with me for 15 years, closed a couple thousand deals. She's absolutely instrumental in my partner's success. When you actually get a deal under contract and bring it in, she takes that deal, and her mission is very simple: drive it to closing. And by the way, some people think, well, deals just close. Total misnomer. Deals don't just close. There's a lot of things that have to do. She's involved. She basically takes deals that are sometimes on their deathbed and revives them. The best closer that exists in the United States. And she will personally hold your hand, and really not hold your hand, just take the file and get that thing closed. She's absolutely amazing. This is one of my partners, Mike Harden, out of Pittsburgh. Took us 6 deals to finally do a deal in Pittsburgh. This is the very first deal we did, I think within a month of him getting started, in Bristol, Wisconsin. Made $136,000 in this deal. Mike kept 68,000 of it, and we kept 68,000. Now remember, guys, we're putting up all the money on each deal. I'm absorbing 100% of the risk in the deal, and then we split the profits with you 50-50. Now that I've gone through the roadmap, I hope you guys see the value of getting your deals funded by myself and my team, and the value of having an experienced partner to do the deals with. Okay, this I don't like the slide, but my team insists on having it because my team says, "Well, Pete, some people still put you in the guru world." I don't know why, but I get it. And so this is just a simple comparison of what my team and I, how we do stack up in the typical guru world that I guarantee you so many of you have already been exposed to. The comparison really starts and stops at that top line of training and coaching. We're not the only ones who train and coach, but I will tell you, we're the best at it. The reason we're the best at it is all the other training you're going to get in the guru world is always based upon concept. Like, here's how you do a wholesale deal or a fix and flip or a creative. We don't train in concepts. We actually take your real life deals and we train you on those. And when you're learning on real life deals, your understanding and your knowledge goes through the roof. That's where the comparison, by the way, comes to a total end. The gurus will never do deals with you. With me, I'll actually partner with you on deals, and I'll guide you through every step of navigating that deal and executing the deal. The gurus are not going to let you use their inspection, rehab, closing teams, even if they have them. Most of them aren't even doing deals. With me, you get access to my whole team for inspections, doing these rehabs and closing. Then I'm going to do something that, forget the guru world. I don't think anyone else is going to do it for you. I'm going to put up all the money for as many deals you want to do. You don't have to put even a penny into a deal. Tell me if there's anyone else in the world that'll do that for you. And then I'm going to do something to make this the perfect business. I'm going to absorb all the risk, meaning I'm going to take on all the liability, and very simply said this: anything goes wrong, it's on me. Which means with me, you have zero downside and 100% of the upside. That's why I call this the perfect business. Now, as you guys know, with other real estate gurus, they teach you how to do a deal and then they literally set you loose to figure the rest out alone. Here at Partner Driven, we stay by your side on every deal, provide all the capital, execute the entire deal, and then we split the deal profits with you. Literally with me, when you win, we win. So we are literally invested in your success from day one. Now, there is a one-time initial fee to join my partnership. And it's the only money you'll ever spend to do a lifetime of real estate deals. So with me, you never have to spend literally not even a penny on down payments, earnest money, inspection costs, mortgage payments, hard money costs, rehab materials, contractors, closing costs, realtor fees, appraisals. With me, I'm going to put up all the money that is needed to do as many deals as you want to do. Bottom line is with me, one deal will almost totally cover in almost pretty much across the board is going to cover that one-time initial fee to get started with me. Um, Bottom line is this. I want to put you in an environment where this becomes second nature. My goal is not that you just partner with me forever, which I hope you do. Many of the partners start with me and they don't leave. There's really no reason. But I want to get you to a point that being a real estate investor literally becomes second nature. Bottom line is this, and you know this if you're trying to do this business by yourself. It's that it's very slow, it is extremely expensive, and is extremely risky. And honestly, trying to do this business by yourself is no fun. Doing it with a partner, it's very simple, it's very safe, and it's fun. Yes, there is a one-time fee to join. And what that does is it gives you an immediate access to the mentorship, to the team, and to the system. It is literally the only money you'll ever need to do unlimited amount of deals with me and to have all the costs covered by myself and my team. And so the next step is for you, for those of you that are interested, to make sure we're a good fit, to make sure that we would make a good partners, is to there'll be a link that'll be dropped inside chat, and it's just to schedule a call link. That's it. No obligation, doesn't cost anything. It's just to have a conversation. By the way, if you're already having a conversation with somebody in my team and you like what you heard even more tonight, schedule a call right away. It'll go directly, be forwarded directly to a team member you're talking to, and it's also a way to get direct access to me because I want to actually talk with you through your goals. I want to make sure you're a good fit for us and that we're a good fit for you. We have a couple different options in terms of paying that fee. If we're a good fit for each other, we will discuss those options. And we want to get you started towards doing your first deal. So for those of you that are, well, two types of people on here. Some of you guys are listening to me tonight and it's just not the right fit for you. 100% I understand that and I respect that. And I want to thank you for actually even being here and listening. Maybe not the right time now, but maybe there's opportunity down the road for you to apply to be one of my partners. But for those of you that are like, that's me. This is my shot. I got the wall. I'm ready to go through the wall. The next step is to simply schedule a call. My partner advisors are now standing by to talk to you through the different options and how to get started. So now what I like to do is I like to open up the floor for questions like I promised. The link, by the way, has now been dropped inside chat. So for those of you that want to take this conversation beyond tonight, please hit that link. Schedule a call. It's a way to connect with me directly, connect with my team directly, and really just figure out if we're a good fit. All right, I'm going to stay on as long as I need to answer your call. Carl, I appreciate it. I'd like you to do exactly what Mr. Yackley did there. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name. I'll call it Carl because I know I'm not going to butcher. Oh, thank you. I see it. But if you have a question for me, if you don't mind going to the bottom of the Zoom screen and there's a way for you to raise your hand. I promise you I'm going to get to all of you. There's also the chat function. Roland's going to be monitoring that. And then we'll go from there. So we'll take it in as much order as I possibly can. If you got a question, just raise your Zoom hand, and I promise you I'm going to call on you. Mr. Carl, good to see you. Always love to see a man in glasses. I could relate. I love it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I tried this week to get a personal loan. I'm having a difficult time um, figuring out how to get a personal loan or a business loan. I don't
Are
know
you talking
how.
about to get started with us, Carl?
Yes,
Let me ask, who are you talking to on my team? Or are you talking to anybody on the team?
Sandy,
Do me a favor. Go ahead and set up a call. I want to
I
talk to
did.
you. Okay, you already got a call? Okay, perfect. Let's
Yes, sir.
continue talking. Let's figure something out.
Okay.
Yeah, let's figure something
I'm
out.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I did construction for 30 plus years and
Oh,
you
good.
know, so
I
I know what
love.
to look for. I found a house. I don't know if all these houses are supposed to be by owner, for sale by owners, or can they be on the market?
No, there's no deal. They could be anything, but there's no deals in the market. That's just waste of everybody's time. We'll show you how to do all this. I promise you. I've done thousands of these, Carl. I've done over 4,000 of them. I know how
Yeah,
to
no worries.
brilliantly find
Gotcha.
deals. And by the way, Carl, my marketing systems, technology infrastructure connect you exactly to the source, which is the
Okay.
owners where all the deals are. But I'll also tell you something else. Let me flip the table on you. I love guys like you who bring some kind of something. You don't need to, by the way, but if you bring some kind of talent, like a construction talent, a realtor talent, you then have the ability to do the work and make money there and also make 50% of the profit. So I love to be able to figure out what the talent skill level is of my potential partners and see if there's ways of making other incomes with me. So yeah, let's figure something out.
Okay, great. Yeah. I
I'll
appreciate
remember
you.
you. I'll remember you, Carl.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I look forward to working with you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Motorola. By the way, JC, you're next. JC, you can take yourself off mute just so you're ready. Mr. or Mrs. Motorola. All right, JC, I'm going to go to you, and I'm going to come back to Motorola. Thanks for being here, JC.
Hi, how's it going? Thank you for having
Good,
me.
good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm well, I'm well. I managed an architecture firm for 5 years here in New York, and
Okay.
then for 12 years I've been in real estate. And then recently I started working with a few developers in the area. So I got very
Okay.
familiar with the process, I have the experience for it.
Sure.
Have two really good deals uh, off market, ready to go. And I'm actually in the process right now to speaking to some of the developers I worked with in the past. Um, but I would rather do something like that. I create a partnership with you. So, would
I
like
love it.
to,
Are
yeah,
you, JC, are you talking to somebody
yes.
on my team already or not yet?
Not yet. No, it's my first
Do me a
time.
favor. Go to the bottom of Zoom,
Okay.
schedule a call. Let's talk, okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I love
We'll
it.
be
I
in
love it.
touch.
I love it. I love it. I
Thank
look
you.
forward to working with you. I love the talent you bring to the table. I'll show you how we could utilize that also.
I appreciate you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Let's go chase some dreams. Let's go through those walls, right?
That's right.
Let's go do it. I'll remember you. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here,
Have a good one.
JC.
Thank
All
you.
right, Motorola, you're next, and then Mr. Tim Ron, you're gonna be afterwards. So if you want to take yourself off mute, Tim, to get ready. Motorola, you're next.
Are you talking?
Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. There's two Motorola's. I'm gonna go with the gentleman first, and then the young lady. I'm gonna go right after I hit Tim. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right,
So,
sir, you're next.
so I'm sitting here wondering. I mean, are we? I know you're going to show us how to do all this, but my thinking is, I mean, I can do. I could if I could find 10 houses at one time. Can we work with something like that?
Yeah, I have partners that I do over 15 at the same time. My goal, guys, listen, this is very important. There's a multiple things I'm looking for in a partner. The top one is you have to be coachable. If you know yourself not to be coachable, please, please, please do not apply because you will not be accepted. And if you ever get to me directly, we're not going to get along. The second thing you have to is you have to be willing to put time into this. I do not like people that we have to motivate to get out of bed every day. I'm not Tony Robbins. I love Robbins, but we're not here to tell you what an amazing person. Please get out of bed. Let's go do something. We want you to give us minimum of 3 to 5 hours a week when you start with us. The next is exactly that. I like partners that want to do multiple deals. Okay. I love partners that want to do multiple deals. I will not reject a partner that only wants to do one deal, let's say in the next couple of years. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to be the love of my life. Okay. I love, love, love partners that want to do multiple deals. That's where the financial numbers, by the way, make sense for me because I'm spending a ton of money keeping you going between my payroll, my infrastructure, my systems, technology that I give you access to, much less all the money I got to put into your deals. Okay, so yes, I almost insist that you want to do multiple deals at the same time. Also, mentality. If you find yourself to have a victim mentality, the whole world's against you, nobody likes you, everything is somebody else's fault. You know, you're the wrong this, you're the wrong that, you were born in the wrong this, you were born in the wrong that, blah, blah, blah. Don't even apply. We're gonna weed you out. I hate people that have a victim mentality. I'm looking for people that got dreams and goals. They got a wall between them, and they want to go through that wall. That's it, right there. I'm looking for players. So yes, to answer your question, what's your name, by the way?
Michael.
Michael. Yes, I just about only want partners that want to do multiple deals. Yes, at the same time.
Yeah.
Mike, who are you talking to on my team?
You was the only person I've talked to so far, I believe. You called me.
Huh. Okay, that's weird. I've never made a call. But I tell you what,
Oh,
Mike, let's reconnect. Mike, let's reconnect. Go to the bottom of chat
yeah.
and schedule a call, okay? Let's talk.
Okay. Will do.
All right, I'll
Thank you.
remember you for sure. Okay, now I'm gonna go, Tim. I'm gonna push you back one more because I actually accidentally did two Motorola's. The young lady that's the Motorola now, and then Tim, I'm coming to you. I promise.
Hello.
Hi.
Me or him?
Yes, yes. You
Okay.
young lady,
I think
young
everybody
man,
is
right?
basically everyone in chat wants to know what is the fee. And I have a question. If I accepted a 60-40 split, 60 to you, 40 to me, could we waive the fee?
No. And I tell you why. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do that the whole world would then do this and would crush my system. I'm not set up for everybody that wants to do freebies to handle this. The other reason I don't do free anymore is because I've never met anybody in life ever in anything in life that got to successful by freeing themselves to it. Just doesn't work. And the final reason is very simple. You're going to ask
So
me, wait, hold on. Let me, I just want to, I'm not even talk. I just want to give the big picture answer. You're going to want me to put up hundreds of thousands of dollars to do deals with you. Blindly, by the way, blindly. Chances are you and I will never meet. Chances are I'll never see these houses. Chances are I won't even know the city you live in. And you'll have no problem saying, Pete, fund these deals 100%. If that person doesn't believe enough in themselves to put a little bit money up, that it's just the wrong mentality for me. So anyway, that's why I don't even discuss that. If you're looking for free, I'm not your person. Nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of people that do handouts. I'm not one of them. They don't work. They don't work in the business world, and they sure as hell don't work in real estate. So that's why. Anyway, I'm not even picking on you, ma'am. But I appreciate the question because I wanted everybody to hear the same answer. It just doesn't work. Free doesn't work. No one ever got successful free. It doesn't. No one. So, okay. Think I blew her out. She disappeared. All right. Tim.
Yes, sir. I apologize. I'm going to ask this question. I
You're
apologize. I
fine.
had to step
Okay.
out for about 10 minutes. Hopefully, I didn't miss
You're
what I'm
good.
going to ask. But my question is, are they all fix and flips, or do you
No.
also end up doing like rentals, short-term rentals, any of those things? And if
I,
so,
I,
how does that
I
deal work for us?
Tim, I do about 10 different strategies.
Yeah.
Soon I'll do about 20 different strategies.
Mhm.
The reason I keep on increasing the strategies is increases the buy box. Okay.
Sure.
I do things like fix and flips, wholesale, hotel, pre-marketing, pre-listing, as is, subject to owner finance, lease options, all of that. I have the biggest buy box of anyone as an investor in the United States. That's why I've done thousands and thousands of deals. You're just not going to find investors. You'll find hedge funds that done what I've done that have
Sure.
billions of dollars. They buy crap. They're not making money on their deals. They got to spend billions of dollars. I actually make money on all my deals. And so
Yeah.
you're not going to find other people like me. So how we do those kind of strategies, like the long term, I call them, the rentals and all this, we do those with owner finance deals and subject twos. We just structure them differently, not as a rental, because I don't like rental mentality people. We structure those deals like creatively. That's how we do those deals.
Okay. So the end goal, the exit strategy always ends up in a sale in some
No,
form.
not if you do creative deal. A creative deal can go on for quite a long time. It could end up in a sale, but it could take years.
Oh, yeah. With like an owner finance or.
Yeah, owner finance, subject to, lease options, all that kind of stuff. So it's the exact same thing you're saying. I'm just saying the strategies I use to accomplish that are those types of strategies. That's all.
Okay, but you're not buying multifamily and renting them out. Like,
We're always going to start out. Well, we're going to start out with that. Thanks for asking. I should have covered this. Tim, we're always going to start out with single family, duplexes, triplexes, quads, houses, apartments, townhomes, condos, mobile homes, modular homes, prefab homes. That's what we're going to start out with. The reason I'm the best in the country at those. And I want to start out with what I'm the best at because I want to get you success as quickly as possible. Once we had success, made some money together, I'm open to any discussion. Matter of fact, Tim, I had I had about 49 of my partners on a meeting like this a couple hours ago. We were talking about income streams, nothing to do with real estate. So yeah, I get I'm a bottom line guy and I'm a businessman. And I
Right.
love doing business and I love doing deals and not just in real estate, other things. There's a lot of opportunities with me, but this is what we start out with because this is what I'm
Sure.
the best at.
Yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for Tim. Who are you talking to on my team? Anyone yet?
This is the first time I've been on a
Let's
webinar.
talk. I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Schedule a call. Go to chat, schedule a call.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
Yeah. By the way, guys, listen. Thanks, Tim. By the way, it's amazing to me how many great conversations, like a 2-minute conversation I'll have with Tim's, and then I'll like, did you schedule a call? No, I haven't. Guys, when I'm gone, the link is gone. So if you see some value, if you see an opportunity here, if you see a chance to go through your personal wall life, I'm going to say it one more time. Get your ass into the chat and schedule a call so we could talk. Like, do it. Don't just wait for me to tell you to do it. If you see an opportunity and you want to take advantage, and if you want to see if we're a good fit, let's talk. Okay, let's talk. Thanks for asking. Dejan, Chris, Chester, you're next. So Chris, take yourself off mute so you'll be ready. Dejan, either Chris or Dejan. Oh, wait, Chris, you first. Dejan, you'll be next. Dejan, keep figuring out how to take yourself off mute. Chris, you're next.
So first of all, I want to say I think what you're doing is a great deal.
Thanks.
Thank
you.
But like for me right now, I've ran huge construction projects all over the United States, and I had 3,000 pounds of glass fall on my foot. So I've been on disability workers' comp for like the last year and a half, and just finishing up that, waiting to get a settlement, right? So in the time it's taken me to get my credit situation straightened out enough for your program, I started talking to lenders with 100% financing, and I think waiting on the credit thing is kind of screwing everything up for me. I'm kind
Wait,
of
Chris, let me ask you a question. Who are you talking to on my team?
Sandy.
Okay, I got you. Okay, yeah, no, Sandy knows what she's talking about.
So in that time, I've started to talk to lenders and finding people that that will possibly do 100% financing on say DSCR loans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, more focused on the asset than my credit, and by waiting for my credit to be in the right position, I have a lot of deals I can bring to the table regardless. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that.
So here again, no, you have to get started the way the process we take you through. I will also tell you, remember, I'm not a lender. You can't compare me to a 100% financing lender. I'm a partner. I'm a way more valuable than a lender, number one. Number two, every single lender, I know every single lender, all the ones that promise you to do 100% financing. How many of those deals you closed, Chris?
I've got one closing right now, honestly.
How many have you closed?
None, but
Exactly.
I just started. I've just started though.
No.
And I got a $1.3 million apartment building.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you how that world works. They all say they could do 100% financing. Let me know when you actually close one. I'm not just talking to you. I'm just talking about overall. But the big thing is I'm not a lender. You can't compare me to a lender. I'm way more valuable in that. I'm a guy that's done 4,000 deals. My experience is actually much more valuable than the fact that I put 100% of the money up. My construction crews are way more valuable. My team is my infrastructure. And so, but listen, what I love about a guy like you're trying to figure out how to make it happen. I love it. I absolutely love it. And by the way, guys, and I appreciate that. By the way, for those of you that find yourself like, Pete, I want to do it, I just can't do it right now for whatever reason. But if I didn't have that reason, I would do it. Get the hell reason. Get rid of that reason. Go find a sideline job. Go flip burgers at night. I mean, you could flip burgers and make $5,000 on the side next couple months. It all depends. Let me tell, and Chris, I appreciate the question. It all depends how bad you want those dreams and goals and how bad you're ready to go through a wall. You cannot let crap get in the way of your dreams and goals. And whatever that crap is, you got to figure out how to bust through it.
Well, like
Just
I
got to
said, I
figure out how
agree.
to
I
bust
agree
through
with
it.
with having to pay for the service and everything. I just by having to wait, it's given me the opportunity to start to talk to more people, more
No, listen,
lenders,
I
more
appreciate the
brokers.
hustle. I appreciate the hustle. There's nothing wrong with that. I love that. Go flip a house or go flip a, whatever you're doing and I'm not going anywhere. I've been here for many years and I'm not going anywhere. Like I said, Chris, this may not be the right time for you, but when the right time is, let's get rocking.
Gotcha.
Okay? I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
being here. Yeah, make sure you still schedule a call or make sure
Oh,
Sandy knows you're on
I'm
here.
still staying in. I'm staying in touch with Sandy
Okay, I
because
love it. I'll remember
I'm
you.
working on it. Thank
I'll
you.
I'll remember. Thank you. Thank you. Chalet?
You said it right. That's me. Hello.
See? But could you
Huh.
tell by my face expression I was afraid I'm going to say it wrong and you're
Yeah.
going to tee off on me.
You
So,
can call me Shay, but my husband is here as well, Manny. So we're here together.
I do, Mr. Alexander.
Well, that's my
Now
maiden
see, now
name.
see,
It's
I said
okay.
it wrong,
Sorry.
right? It's right.
Yeah. Nope.
No,
That's my maiden name.
it's okay. No worries. No
It's
worries.
Smith.
It's fine.
I'm
It's
not
Smith.
saying nothing else to you guys.
Yeah.
Like this,
Sorry.
nothing else. You guys do
Name's
all the
not right then.
talking.
But just two
Okay.
quick questions. And one, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you for
I am
being
a
here.
realtor licensed in Tennessee. So my two questions are, if you are a realtor, can I be the listing agent on the sale of the
Yes.
property that we're working
Uh-huh.
on? And
Yeah.
two, do you work with entities such as LLCs as partners?
So number one, yes. But
Okay.
not only that, you'll be able to take all the leads you're getting, and let's say you're talking to a seller and we can't do an investment deal on it. Guess what? You're going to turn those into listings. I've had realtors like you start with me that come in with 2 listings within a year to have 102 listings by accident. All they're doing is just they're doing the model and they're picking up a bunch of listings. Number two, yes, you'll be able to list all the deals we're doing. Number three, you'll be able to list other partners' deals where you guys live who don't have licenses, but they got a deal, and we always keep everything in the family. So, yes, as a total sideline thing, your realtor business will explode. And number four, yes, absolutely. Working with individuals or entities, no problem. I don't care.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And
Yeah.
yes, we have scheduled a call.
Let's
Again,
go.
appreciate your
Yep.
time.
Yep. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
Hey,
go.
Pete, on
Let's
that
go.
note, sticking to LLCs, how does that work for folks who are outside the US, for example, in
No.
Canada?
Yeah, we have partners like in Canada. The deals have to be here. But remember, like I said, I have infrastructure all over the United States. I actually have partners in the United
I'm at work now,
States
Kay. I'm on the
that
phone, man.
that don't do deals in the United States. I mean, in the cities they live in the United States. What I mean by that is my infrastructure and systems and technology and everything reaches everywhere. So you don't have to be in the United States to do a deal in the United States. And I have partners in the United States that don't even do deals where they live. So yeah, that's absolutely no problem.
And now, would it be fair to say, Pete, that you don't necessarily need an LLC to start with you? Is
Oh,
that
okay.
correct?
Maybe I misunderstood the question.
No, no,
No,
you,
you
you
don't
understood
need
it
it.
perfectly. I just want to
Okay.
have another
Yes,
question here
you
on
do
that note.
not need an LLC to get started. It's just Shay asked that specifically, so I wanted to address it. It didn't matter to us, but no, you don't need it.
Awesome.
Carl.
Yeah, Peter, or Roland, either one that can answer it. Now that Canada is part of the United States, I don't know, can we work up there too?
You could work from there. You could work from there. But as much as we do consider that to be a part of what we do, there's still a little bit differently. It's still a different country. So no, I don't do deals in Canada, but you don't need to. I mean, hell, freaking, you know how many deals there are here in
Well, I
the
mean,
US?
it's supposedly it's their part. Most of Canada now is considered the United States. Actually, the 52 and 52 and 53, something like that.
Well, and
52,
I understand what you're
54.
saying, but it's still different. Different laws, different infrastructure. And let me tell you
Okay.
something. Real estate there, it's way easier to do a deal here and there. I know I have plenty of friends up there, investors. I don't know anybody here that wants to go up there to do deals. I know plenty of people up there that want to come down here and do deals. For a lot of other reasons, they want to come here. I would
All right.
too. But no, we're going to do our deals here. And
Okay.
Carl, here's the other thing. My infrastructure is set up here. Like
Right.
the ability to tap into my infrastructure. I know I say that word, and a lot of people like, well, what the hell does that exactly mean? It means my infrastructure, my technology reaches here, my
Yes.
support reaches here, my construction covers the whole U.S. Our
Right.
takeout our takeout exit strategies like realtors cover here. So my infrastructure is here, and there's huge value in my infrastructure.
Yeah.
I'm not saying ultimately we won't kick some ass up there, but we're not doing it right now.
Okay. That's
Plenty of
cool.
opportunities here, I promise you.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Let's go do it. I'll definitely
I'm
remember
floored
you.
by tonight's meeting, and I'm so
Thank you.
friggin' excited. I'll be like a man possessed.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Looking forward to. Dejan, I just about called on you, and where did you go? Oh, there you are,
Oh,
Dejan.
I'm here. Hey, how's
Hi.
everything going? I
Good.
don't know.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, no problem. I don't know if this question was answered already, but I know you mentioned that you have 10 different strategies. Now, when it comes to other strategies other than fix and flip, how is the payment structure
Same
work?
thing. Still fit.
I'll still
You mean
50 50.
how's the split?
Yeah, like for
Yeah, it's all
example,
yeah, the done strategy doesn't it's 50-50. It's just we do different strategies. We do like fix and flips, wholesale, hotel, pre-marketing, pre-listing, as is flips, subject to owner finance. But the 50-50 is 50-50.
okay.
Yep. Yes, sir. Who are you talking to somebody on my team, Mr. Dejan?
Yes, her name is Malia.
Perfect.
Yep.
Do me a favor, pop down and schedule a call. I want to connect with you. I like that question.
Okay. Also, I forgot to mention I am a licensed real estate agent in New Jersey and
Well,
PA.
just like Shay asked, I mean, there's huge power in being an agent with me.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Mr. Wilmore, very familiar with Jersey market, very familiar. Got tremendous infrastructure there and everything we need to do a lot of deals.
Okay. Looking forward to that call.
Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, make sure you schedule it. Roland, what do we have?
Have a couple of folks who could not raise their hand, so now would be a good time to unmute. Andre, are you trying to unmute your line there, Andre? I see you poking at the phone. If you're on a mobile device, you may have to swipe left or right.
There you go.
AP,
Yes, sir.
APCZ.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
yes,
I'm
sir.
unmuted, Andre.
Who'd you call on, Roland?
Well,
Hello?
pretty much both at the same time. We'll go with you, AP. Go ahead.
Okay. My name's Tim. I'm in Space Coast. I'm in Titusville, Florida, where they launch rockets all today. But
Oh,
yes,
like
sir.
Saturday and Sunday. She said, "What you mean? He be in
They
his
shake
room."
they shake the houses. But I'm
You
interested
had
in
me,
the
Sean.
program. I know I've got to come up with a way to make the the initial investment. I was in the mortgage industry for about 7 years before it crashed and got out.
你真的看见小企鹅唐山那集？是的。
Tim. Okay, Tim, you're muted. Tim. Somehow you muted yourself.
Yeah, man, I have to move.
Tim. Roland, I don't know what's happened.
Yeah, he's trying to unmute again. If not, Tim, we'll go ahead and
Tim,
come
somehow
back to
you
you.
muted yourself when
There
you
you
were
go.
talking.
There you are.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I was in the mortgage business for several years, like 7 years before it crashed, and then I was in the own business doing handyman work for like 7 years, but
Okay.
I don't want to be doing the labor anymore, and I would like to, learn the market. And what was holding me back was the finances. So this is a great opportunity. I just need to find a way to pay the initial investment.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. This take it the way you want to take it. Go get a second job. Figure it out. I mean, this is a big time business. It's worthy of your time, and what I do
Well,
with it is pretty phenomenal.
I don't even know what it costs yet. I just
Well, are you
scheduled a
talking to
talk
somebody,
with
Tim?
Dave.
Are you talking to somebody on my team?
I've scheduled with Dave.
Okay, you're scheduled. All right, we'll go over everything with you. We got a couple options. I'll remember you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it. I like it. I like it. Chris?
Yeah, I got just one more thing.
Yeah, you're good.
You were talking about doing projects in Detroit, and my brother's in Detroit. He's got a this would even be a freebie. My brother's in Detroit. He's got a property that he's trying to get rid of, a residential property, and and he also has a commercial building, and the taxes are coming due, so he's trying to get rid of them now. And all the
Let's go.
all the realtors he keeps dealing with, they're not showing it. They're not doing any advertising for it
Let's
or anything.
go. Let's
And
go.
he's gonna end up losing the property due to taxes.
Well,
So
it's going to
he's
be
gonna take
sad if he ends up losing it and his own brother need
yeah.
a way to help him out. So
Well, that's what I'm talking to you right now. That's what I'm talking to you. I just
let's
thought
go.
about it.
All right, you got a
Wait
call
minute.
scheduled, right, Chris?
Sandy, I believe I have a call scheduled, right?
Okay. Well, you
Yeah, I
would know.
believe
Did you
so.
schedule it? Did you schedule
Yeah,
it?
I don't remember what the actual date was though.
Okay.
Yeah, on Monday, Chris.
Okay, yeah, let's
All
talk
right,
about it
let's
Monday.
go,
'Cause I'd
Chris.
like
I'll
to get
definitely,
him
I'll
in.
remember you. I'll remember your brother now.
Okay, his name's Evan.
All right, I'll remember Evan. Looking forward to it,
All right,
Chris. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr.
Yeah.
Boswell.
Yes, sir. My
Yes, sir.
question was, would you take cryptocurrency as a payment if someone wanted to join?
You know what, Mr. Boswell, I appreciate the question. I'll be honest with you, I've never been asked that question. And I'm not a crypto guy, so I wouldn't even know how to take it. Maybe I'm sure there's some intermediaries that if it's legit would be able to willing to somehow change it up for you, but I don't even know how to take it, honestly.
Okay.
So, who are you talking to on my team?
Riley.
Who? Oh, Roland.
Riley.
Yeah.
I think it's Roland or Roland.
Okay, yeah, Roland's the crypto guy here. He'll help you out. Make sure you got a call scheduled.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Roland's one of those guys. He's a crypto dude.
Okay.
Yes, or maybe he's a crypt. Wait, he's a crypt.
I don't know.
I'll remember that question. Honestly, I've never been asked that question.
Roland's a crap.
Hey, David, I see a David on the line as well. I know you're trying to unmute, David. Why don't you go ahead and do that now if you can?
What's up, David?
7 hours away.
If not, we got James on deck.
What's up, James? I don't see James.
Hey, James, you're on live. And then we got Johnny unmuting as well.
Yep.
What's
Johnny, go
up,
ahead,
Johnny.
buddy.
Oh, yeah, Johnny, I see you.
Hey, how y'all doing, guys? Good evening.
Thanks for being here.
Listen, I came in late because I drive Uber for a living. I make good money. I'm trying to get into the real estate business because I have my LLC because I'm a cook. I'm a certified cook. I'm part Puerto Rican, part black, so I know how to cold smoke. I know how to regular smoke meat. I know how to cook many different dishes, many different culture dishes. So after I got hurt, after working for 10 years for a company and then 5 years for another company, 2 jobs, 20 hours a day, 5 years straight, I ended up getting hurt on my night job. So the past few years, I've been fighting for my money. My credit went haywire because of it. I thank God that I can drive an Uber to supplement my bills. But it's been a dream of mine to own a restaurant and to be able to get my LLCs for my restaurant and my landscape business. My problem was I wasn't educated on how to get loans and grants and business credit, etc. So I jumped into it thinking that I'll be able to get these things so I could start a legacy to leave my family, to find out I can't get none of them because I got no business credit and my credit was taken. So a friend of mine told me about real estate because I was a maintenance man. I'm very handy, as a matter of fact, I'm OSHA certified. And I was thinking about getting into real estate. But then y'all sent me a message and I was quite taken back by it because with all that's going on today in the world and all the gimmicks and schemes that are going on and the scams that are going on, I was kind of taken back to really get involved and even jump on this webinar. to hear what you had to say. And to hear you say that, you help get the property, we split the profits, that sounds very interesting to me, but how real is it to me? You get my drift? And it's not to sound disrespectful or to put you to say you're some scammer, but the reality of where I'm from. You know what I mean? I grew up in the hood. And when I came out of the hood, but I still got my smarts about business. So explain to me more because I came in late. If it's possible, I did schedule an appointment for
Okay,
a
perfect.
callback.
Let's do this because you have to hear the whole picture, and I don't want to go through the whole picture by already going through the whole picture because everybody else is going to get mad at me. So you got a call scheduled with somebody with my team and me possibly.
Yes,
All
I
right,
went and filled it
let's
out
do
and sent it
that.
in. So,
Yeah, let's do that, Johnny. We'll catch you up on the whole picture. I just don't want to go through the whole picture twice.
no, I understand that. I respect that. I do. But
Yeah.
my next question is,
Wait, but Johnny,
um,
I'm very curious when you said I'm black and Puerto Rican. Does that mean like I'm
mhm,
white and American? I didn't know like those two go
no,
together.
no, it's I got the best of both worlds.
Okay, I
I got
got
the Latino side and I got the black side.
you. Okay,
So
I got you.
I'm like a vanilla swirl. You know what I mean? You get two beautiful flavors in one lick.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Because if I start saying like that
Okay.
about me, people are going to take it the wrong
Yeah,
way.
you know what I mean, you know,
I
it's a
got you.
blessing. You know what I'm saying?
It
And
is.
I,
I
like I
got
said, I cook. You know what I mean? I
you.
cook,
Okay.
so you
Johnny,
know.
you for sure I'm going to remember. For sure I'm going to
Thank you,
remember you. There's
thank
going to be
you.
no question about. All right, we'll talk the next day. I hope
And
so.
I got two properties that I know that are low price, but I don't have the capital to get them.
All right. Well,
You know what I
Johnny,
mean?
you did the right thing. You scheduled the call. Let's talk. Let's figure this out, okay? I promise you.
All right, thank you very much. Y'all have a
Thank you
great
for
evening.
being here. Thank you for bringing a smile to a lot of us. Thank you.
You're
Hey,
welcome.
David, why don't you go up next, David? I know you've been waiting patiently, Dave.
All
Go ahead.
right, I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
What's up, David?
All right. Yeah, how you doing? You answered a couple of my questions with other phone calls, and you got to excuse me. I'm in Home Depot as we
No, you're
speak.
good. You're
Yeah,
good.
I'm closing out my day. So I heard you also say that you do other deals outside of real estate. We'll talk about that because I have a lot of ideas and inventions and things that I do. I have an art background and un unrealistic. I mean tools, products that people need, not want. But then I also have a question in reference to the properties. I want to definitely start with basically several properties at one time, but I don't want to do larger properties. I want to do a lot of townhomes and single family homes,
That's
but
fine.
in bulk. But at bulk, more than one at a time.
That's fine.
Because a lot of them, like you said, you can just they're cosmetics. You don't have to go with a full renovation or full build from the ground.
No,
I
that's
want to
fine.
move into
No
that
problem.
direction. I want to move into that direction before I would do a full gut that needs foundation and roof and all of that. I would prefer to go over to a new build and several at a time. So that's my direction. My next question is, I want to move future wise in the business of owning properties uh, outside of the states, like vacation type homes. Do you do those as well? Like in the Virgin Islands, Bahamas, things like that?
I do stuff inside the United States.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Well,
because that's how my infrastructure is set up. My infrastructure is
absolutely.
set up in the US.
Okay, understood.
But listen, it's exactly like you said, David. Once we do some deals, get comfortable with each other, we can have discussions.
Okay, all right. Well, like I said, my background is I've been doing this since 2004. I actually was in Atlanta. I bought some properties in Atlanta. I was dealing with the Stricklands, it's a family. He was doing properties by the dozens, and he was basically a good, very good guy. Father and son business. I actually bought two properties down there, but then I got caught in that '06, '07
Yeah. I did
recession.
too, by the way.
So
I did
yeah, so
too.
I got stuck with it. I didn't lose it. I ended up moving down into Atlanta and moving into the property because it was cheaper to live in that property versus in DC.
I
So I
got
lived
you.
there for 10 years, and then I was able to get, unload, offload the properties, and move back to DC. But I want to focus on my properties being in Maryland. So many in Maryland that I can
Yeah,
if
I
it's
got a
fully
whole
developed.
infrastructure there. I got one of the top back end people for our exit strategies there. I got everything in place there.
Okay, well, I look forward to. I'm just ready to go. I've been
Let's
doing it
go. Who are
before.
you,
I just got
who are you
changed. You know,
talking to on my team? Are you talking to anybody on my team already, David?
yeah, I think it was Christina called me. To, I missed. They missed me on one call.
Do you have a call? Did you schedule a call?
Yeah, I had a call today. Yeah, it was Christina. Yeah, and then I got the Zoom today, and then Peter.
Well, Peter's me. Make
Yeah.
sure you set up a call.
Okay.
David, do me a favor. Go to bottom of Zoom. I know you're walking there. Set up a call. I want to talk to you.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I express my questions in person. I let everybody.
This
Let the
meeting
next
is
person
being
get on.
Look forward to working with you.
Me too.
Looking forward to working with you.
Thank you.
All right, Roland, what do we got?
Hey, Tyler, did you unmute? I saw you unmute there for a second. If not, we have Carson's. Did you hop off, Carson's?
I'm here.
Oh, perfect. Thanks for your
What's up,
patience.
Carson?
How you doing?
Good. Thanks for being here.
Kind of give a background. My grandmother was a real estate agent back in the 90s, early 2000s. She basically I was around the business. My grandfather would build them, she would sell them. They did the duo type of thing. Built a whole subdivision together. I don't know much about real estate modernly, but I've kind of wanted to get into flipping houses, not so much myself, but more of like the subcontract part of it. But my question is um like I don't know what the fee is. I know I'm speaking with Roland is who I'm with. But you were talking about some of the competition, like what's his name? Morby, Chase Morby or whatever his name is. How I see how you differ, but when you say that you have like you set up your calls and stuff like that, how often are you setting up those calls and or with the
Every
training
day.
and stuff
Every
like
day. Sometimes multiple times a day.
Awesome.
No, we take what we do very seriously, Carson's. Very seriously. Yeah. No, we're not in this thing to train a couple times a month because we're doing deals. It's got to be every day, like constantly. Yeah. No,
That's
every
awesome.
day, constantly. Absolutely. Yeah. Um, are you talking to somebody on my team already, Carson's?
I'm talking to Roland actually.
Okay, perfect. Go schedule a call. Let's talk.
I actually have a call with him tomorrow at 10.
Okay.
Hey, James, you have a quick question? I'll take maybe one or two more. I'll let Pete go.
I have a quick question.
Ooh, who's that? Is that you, James? Go ahead. Last question or so. Is that James? Tyler? I see you guys. I'm just calling y'all because you guys unmuted the line.
Can
Go
you hear
ahead,
me?
Tyler.
Yeah, I just had a quick question because I'm from Canada. Do you require LLC to be down there doing that real estate business? Or
Is that why there's an echo? Because you're from Canada? Because
I have no idea. Right, exactly.
Guys always copying us.
That's the only question I had because somebody answered the Canada question earlier.
Oh, because you have two Zoom accounts right now. That's why. That's why there's an echo. Anyhow, so your question again? I'm sorry.
Say it again. If are you in Canada, Tyler? Can you hear me, Roland?
I can hear you, Pete. Yeah.
Tyler, did you say you're
I
in
had an issue
Canada?
there. My apologies. Yes, I'm in Canada, just outside of Vancouver, Canada, in British Columbia.
Okay, so yeah, no problem with working with you, but the deals we would be doing are in the US. Because
Yes,
all my
100%.
systems and everything is here.
Yeah, so I fixed and flipped homes before, right up to 2020 until COVID hit. Then I kind of fell out of the market in Canada. So I've been trying to get in the US market. So then I found you. So that's kind of why I jumped on the call.
Yeah, I'm a perfect person for that. And I don't care if your LLC set up in Canada at that point or US. It's just the deals have to be here.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, that was kind of the biggest question I had, because if Disney LLC doesn't have to be here or there, it could be either or, right?
Could be either or. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Because the biggest thing I had problems with before was capital. So I think
Tyler, it's the biggest thing everybody has the problem
yes,
with. That's
100%.
real estate. It's not
Yeah.
it's just a big capital play, kind of a play if you want to make real money.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Are you talking to somebody on the team already?
No, but I booked a call for tomorrow at 12.
All right, perfect. Looking forward to. I'll remember you, Tyler from Canada.
You betcha.
Last one for tonight. James, you want to take that? Pete, it looks like we're all questioned out.
Well, I love it. I love it.
Wish
Well,
I would
ladies and
talk to
gentlemen,
Pete.
look. I'm sorry. Was that James?
That was Andre.
Yeah.
Roland, I'm confused. Okay, James, I see you. I hear you. Go ahead, James. Okay. I don't know. Roland, I'm starting to see things. All right. Listen, guys, I could tell you this. I want to thank you guys for being here. Like, for those of you that are still on, that's badass. Like, you've been here for an hour and a half, 2 hours. That tells me a lot about you. And the biggest thing it tells me is that you're looking. And I assume if you're here tonight, you related to that story that you got those dreams and goals and you got a wall and you're ready to go through a wall. And hopefully I gave you an opportunity today to see that it's possible. And it is possible. It's more than possible. It's probable if you do it the right way with the right people in the right industry. And I could tell you this is that kind of an opportunity. So if you're still here tonight and if you haven't scheduled a call yet, you probably ought to do it. Let's talk. But I want to tell you this, and I want to leave you with these final words that all of my new partners here, and I know a number of you guys are going to hear here in the next day or two, and that is this. When I call you personally with my personal welcome call, and I tell you this, welcome to the next chapter for the rest of your life. So thank you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. I truly, truly enjoyed it. Roland's going to stay here for maybe an extra 30 seconds, a minute. Keep that link up. Again, thank you on behalf of myself, Roland, and the incredible team behind us that makes all this possible. God bless every single one of you, and good night.
Good night, Peter.
Awesome. Thanks, Pete. Everyone else, please click the link. I will stay on for about 30 more seconds, not to answer questions, but to make sure that you see the link. Because again, the moment we hop off here, that link disappears. So please click the link in the chat if you haven't done so already. And one of our partner
Thanks, I
advisors.
appreciate it.
Absolutely, Isaac. And we'll connect tomorrow. Whether it be Sandy, Malia, Dave, Sean, I'm going to forget someone here, Jamie. We got some great folks here who understand how real estate works and more importantly, how it can help you and your family. So please click the link and we'll be sure to, again, speak to you as soon as tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Have a great night.
Good night, Roland.
Roland left.